The animal kingdom is populated with a group of animals called the eukaryotic organisms. And what are eukaryotic organisms? These are a group of organisms that are characterized by having true nuclear membrane and true nucleus. In the animal kingdom, we have different phylums, which include Phylum Porifera, Phylum Coelenterata, Phylum Platyhelminth, Nematoda, Phylum Annelida, Phylum Arthropoda, Phylum Mollusca, Phylum Echinodermata, and Phylum Chordata. Of all these phylums that we have mentioned, the largest amongst them is the Phylum Arthropoda. In fact, according to International Union of Conservation of Nature, it was stated in 2022 that above 2 million species of animals has been discovered, and 85% of them belongs to the Phylum Arthropoda. Now, don't be confused when I said the word species with the word population, because we know that the population of human themselves is above 7 billion, right? Now, when I said species is the basic unit of classification. Species are a group of organisms that are capable of interbreeding and they have the same gene pool. So assemblage of species is what gives population. So when I said species, just know that species is a basic unit of classification. Now, of all these 85% of arthropods that encompasses the whole population or the whole species that has been discovered in the animal kingdom, the class Insecta takes the enormous amount of them, which means the diversity as well as the success of the arthropod is accounted for by the class Insecta because it is the largest. It is also stated that of all the eukaryotic organisms, which include the fungi, the plants, animals, and even protists, the Phylum Arthropoda takes or accounts for about 50% of all the number of species that has been discovered in the whole of eukaryotic organism. Hence, we can say the most successful phylum in the whole of animal kingdom is the Phylum Arthropoda, and the most successful class is the class Insecta. Because of this enormous large number of Insecta, or the large number of species of Insecta, they are said to be the most successful in the whole of animal kingdom. Now, because of their diversity and because of the large number or the vast number of species, we separate another branch of biology for this group of animal, and we call it entomology. Entomology is referred to as the study of insects. Now, under these insects, we have different order under them. We have the Pterygota and the Aterygota, which is the flightless and the flight insects. Under this, we have the largest order in the class Insecta is the Chloroptera, that was estimated to have about 350,000 species. We have the Lepidopterans as well, which are butterflies. They have about 160,000 species. We have the Hymenoptera and the Diptera that have about 120,000 species. We have the Hemiptera and other under the class Insecta. Now, in nature itself, there must be interaction between living organisms as well as their environment. And when I said environment, I'm not talking about only physical environment. We have physical environment as well as chemical environment. There must be interaction between group of animals, right? Now, of all these interactions, living organism can interact with living organism. Living organism can interact with non-living thing in their environment, which include the chemicals and other components of the environment itself. Of all this interaction, the most important or one of the most important interaction in the animal kingdom or in the ecosystem at large, is the insect interaction. Insects can interact with anything in the whole of ecosystem because they are diverse. They can be found anywhere. They are found to have colonized any part of the ecosystem. So we can say they are cosmopolitan or they are ubiquitous. So they can be found almost everywhere, from the deepest ocean to the highest altitude, which means they can be found in the sea, in the ocean, in the fresh water, on the terrestrial habitat, in the crude oil of petroleum, under the ground. Mention it, you can find insects everywhere, right? Now, we now have interaction between insects and every other living thing in the ecosystem at large. Now, we now have interaction between insect and human as well, right? Now, because of this interaction, we can now classify the interaction between, we can study the interaction between insect and human in two basic subunits, which is the cultural entomology and the ethno-entomology, which we will be talking about in one of our videos to come. So the purpose of this video is just to introduce the concept of entomology, where we say the entomology is the what? Is the study of insects. Thank you and follow for more.